Alright, YouTube. I plan to film more when I start building instead of tearing things up. But, most of these schooly building YouTube videos, they're focused on how great, all of it is and fun. They're kind of entertainment, I guess. But this is like some of the extra bullshit that you gotta deal with when you're doing these projects. Currently working on getting the floor up. I'm taking up some of the rubber to see like what's underneath. As you can see, this is how the floor is constructed. It's just metal, then plywood, then rubber. I can get the rubber off, but still figuring out how the plywood is attached. It looks like it's nailed into something, but it's been a real pain in the ass to figure out the best way to get it up. I've seen people put like a small car jack underneath it and then basically just break pieces of wood upward. I was trying to figure out a way to reuse these pieces of plywood, at least the ones that aren't, cut up for the rails. And it's looking like I'm probably not going to be able to do that, which is a little bit frustrating because plywood is expensive as hell right now. So yeah, this is a little bit behind the scenes, a little bit of the less glamorous side of things, but it's gonna be a great little tiny house someday. So, gonna be honest, this is turning out to be way easier than I expected. I'm just leaving the rubber on here, and since I don't think I'm really gonna be able to reuse it, I'm just peeling up this piece of plywood because it is solid enough to not break when I do that. And then once I get to the seam, I just cut it. I cut the rubber off. I'm using my multi-tool. Highly recommended. Very nice. But yeah, to do this, I just climb back over here. That's safe. Okay. Floor jack. Car jack. You just peel up a little bit on the front, then you work a pry bar in there, a piece of wood, peel it up some more, put another piece of wood, put one of those pry bars in it, peel it up some more, put the car jack, and you're good. Then the whole thing just comes up. Be careful if you have these AC lines, because I almost ripped those out. I had to cut out the plywood around it with the multi-tool, so yeah. Be careful with stuff like that. Also the heater lines that I still have. Might end up keeping them. Yeah, that's how that's turning out. After a few days of hard work, the floor is finally out. And we just have the bare metal. Luckily, it wasn't super rusty, especially like in the middle. There is rust along the sides and near this wheel well. It looks worse than it really is on camera. It's just surface rust. It's still perfectly solid. That's one of the worst places. All this wood here was basically rotten, just crumbling. But even there, it looks horrible on camera, but it's perfectly fine in terms of structural rigidity. I cut around the lift and taking the floor up because I didn't want to take that out and move it. That will leave some rust under there, which I don't like, but this area back is not going to be insulated, so I don't have to take it out for the purposes of insulating underneath it. This is just going to be a shop or a garage area, so I decided, screw it, that's heavy, I don't want to screw with it. So that's that, and here's the rest at the back door. It doesn't seal very well up here in the corner, so it's probably why it's rusty there. But yeah, I'm about to take a grinder, probably with a wire wheel, and just get some of this uh, extra rust off the surface. And pretty soon I'm going to paint the whole thing with like a primer or rust sealer or something. Uh, then we're going to put in a subfloor. Should be fun. So at this point in the progress, I really just have this back panel here to take off. You see like part of it there, leaving that air conditioner. And once I get this out, I'm going to see how much of a pain it would be to take this whole panel out. You can see there's about, like a hand depth of just free space there that I could insulate if I take that panel off. Just don't know if it's going to be worth it yet. Okay, I'm gonna sound a little weird because I'm wearing a respirator, but just a pro tip for these adhesive glued on pieces. If you heat them up, they will tend to come off very easy, but definitely wear some kind of a respirator when you're doing that, because it lets off some fumes. They do not smell pleasant. Also, definitely don't be like me. Wear gloves, because you don't want to get cut by rusty metal, or any metal for that matter. Getting cut is quite unpleasant and quite unhealthy. This little blowtorch has been some of the best money I have spent in quite a while. I didn't even know I was gonna need it. I just thought the bus was a good excuse to get it. But I've ended up using this thing a lot. And it lasts a long time too. I haven't replaced the bottle yet. How many grinders does it take to convert a school bus? The world may never know. Is this what they meant when they said always wear protection? Hello? Hello? You're blocking my shot. Blocking my shot. Good morning. How are you? That's right where I'm trying to work, buddy. Yeah. Oh. Could you kindly move out of my way, please? Yeah. Could you let me do my work? Would that be a possibility, sir? That's not what I need. You Nope, nope. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Good morning. Okay, go. I need to do things. Yeah, go. You can lay down. Oh. Yeah. Not my camera, Amber, please. You just don't want to let me work, do you? Alright, go, go, go elsewhere, go. Yeah. Yeah. Now we get to clean out some of this dust. Well, here we are. The majority of the dust is out. I don't know how I'm gonna get like the caked on stuff. I don't know. Somehow hosing it down doesn't seem like the best idea. So I gotta figure something out there. I may end up just hosing it down. I don't know.